Supercell has listened and balance changes for the WWE Troops are incoming. Let me tell you about them. So let's start with the most obvious and most broken troop, the Disarmor. She just wrecks bases. 7,800 hit points, 415 damage per second, and just spin-a-roonies on everything. Well, that's going to change. So in a balance change that's coming on Monday, April 14th, the Disarmors are going to see a significant nerf. This balance change can come anytime, but whenever you see a maintenance break, that's when our WWE troops are getting nerfs, just for reference. So just pay attention to that. First things first, hit points. She is going down in hit points at max level from 7,800 to 7,000. Her damage per second down to 340. And a big change to the Disarmor, she will no longer target air units. Currently in game, the Disarmor will actually attack air units, defending clan castle troops, minion prints, air skeletons. She will attack them all and take them all out, which is super convenient for clan castles like this or super dragons. But now you can hard counter her because she'll no longer target those air units. So things like super dragons are going to be really tough. Along with that, her initial boost on her rage, that's going to be halved. So she's getting a really significant nerf. So the previous speed and the previous damage in that initial, I think it's 20-second boost, is halved. So she's not going to be running as fast. She's still going to be kind of plausible, but those super drags can really shut her down. And we'll try her out just a little bit later in the video, but I want to talk about all the nerfs first. Oh, and just FYI on the Disarmor, it's not just at max level. At level 6, her DPS is going to go down to 220 from 225. Hit points reduced from 3,600 to 3,500, and that kind of scales throughout all the different levels. So it's not just max level Disarmors getting nerfed. And speaking of nerfs, we'll get back to the WWE troops, but the Yetis are also getting nerfed. I'm going to switch to the Yetis because they're commonly used with the Disarmor. So I think it's really relevant to kind of talk about them and the Yetimites. The Yetimites were really OP because they were one housing space. The Yetimites are going up to 2 housing space. And this is pretty significant because we're using Yetimites quite a bit, and it just doesn't feel like you kind of get that same value out of the Yetimites. Like previously, like I'd be able to get almost all the way to the town hall with this. Now we don't get as many Yetimites, and it's very, very painful. Like we don't get as much value, and that's the same thing with the Yeti blimps. So that kind of goes hand in hand with the Disarmor, but let's talk about those other WWE troops. The Kane unit at level 15 will see a DPS nerf, and this is only on his first form here. So we see after he rebirths, he gets that damage per second. He gets like 50% extra, plus he gets that aura damage. This is only going to be at max level. He's going to go from 800 down to 760, but I feel like the Kane unit might still be pretty usable. Not saying that the Disarmor is not going to be usable, because I think she's going to be fine, but I think he still might be more usable after this nerf. I'm not sure if you guys have seen these Kane walks where you essentially go in here and you make your Kane invisible and let him work towards the town hall, but I feel like this is still going to be pretty viable here after the nerf. So this is a nerfed Kane just for the record here. So let's see if we can count it and not pull out the super dragon out of the clan castle here. So that's the main thing. I am going to invest a rage because I just want him moving forward. And remember, he's just going to destroy everything in his path. But once we get through that CC, we don't have to be as precise. We get a little bit more wiggle room once that kind of goes away. So we can kind of just work through there, and we can kind of just work through here, just like so. Let him go, and yeah, this is still going to be pretty effective to get to the town hall. You can even take out the CC in your way. Like, it's pretty nice. And then after he comes back, he just kind of guts out that core area. So it's kind of interesting. We didn't get the town hall there though. We ran out of invises, but I think that's still going to be pretty viable for Kane. And then finally, the giant at level 14 and 15 is going to see nerfs. At level 15, we see 26,000 hit points, 1,020 damage. At level 14, he has 940 DPS and then 24,000 hit points. And we're going to see that come down to 25,000 hit points and 980 damage per second at maximum level. And then at level 14, it's going to come down to 920 DPS and 23,500 hit points. So still very, very beefy, but we do see a nerf to all 3 of the units unlocked in the medal event. Now I want to do a couple of attacks here, testing out the Disarmor. I'm going to use her a couple different ways here and see if we can get that same value. I really want to try her with that Yeti blimp method that I showed off in yesterday's video. If you didn't check that out, be sure to check it out because you have all weekend still to use it. All right, so I 3-starred this base I don't know how many times when I was testing this. I know that it should be 3-starred, but we do have that Super Dragon Ice Golem in the combination inside the clan castle, and I'm purposely not going to pull them just to see how much it affects our disarmers. That's the word I'm looking for. Let's go. Let's start by trying to take out sweepers. Let's see if we can aim. Oh yeah, look at that. We can aim out here, boys. So we take out those sweepers, and then really it's just a full send from there, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get the battle blimp going. We're gonna get this, and it's a full send in there. But remember, they're nerfed right now, and we're going right into that dragon. I guess I didn't even think about that. Going right into the dragon. My plan there was to go right into the monolith, but also we have the nerfed Yetis in here. Yes, the Yetis are nerfed with the Yetimites. I feel like the Yetis are still going to be fine because in this build we're not like relying on the Yetimites so much. So I think it's okay. Oh wait, did something take the super dragon out? Did the RC? Oh, I bet RC took out the super dragon. That's okay. Since we're still deploying RC with the super dragon, that makes a lot of sense. Let's go and pop king ability through here. Let's get a little bit of cleanup in there. I mean, literally this is my first test with the guys. It's still viable. You see right here, it's still viable. I think the big thing for this is for hard mode, it's not going to be so guaranteed that you're going to auto 3-star. Like hard mode matches are coming down to time, perfect war times, which is insane. Unless like you catch a crazy bait or something, then it's really coming down to time. But you see here, the changes aren't that significant that the disarmers are going to be unusable here. So I think this is going to be really nice. Let's try that again. Let's go in and let's try to get that super dragon a little later in the raid. All right, in this version, I'm going to like I don't want to send the heroes on this side because I feel like they'll go for that super dragon. I'm going to send the heroes on the top side. I don't know if we'll hit that sweeper or not. I'm going to try. And if we can hit that sweeper, great. If not, not the end of the world. If we angle it like right there. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. I'm a pro, guys. I'm a pro right here. And then let's just go ahead and let's full send right in here. Same normal full send in here. And then we'll hit our warden ability just to protect everything. And then we'll go ahead and we'll rage and we'll clone and we'll get our Yetis all just working right on through here. All right, nice. And I feel like this is okay. Like the Yetis are going to be fine for this method because we're getting that Yeti bomb out here. But I want to see when we don't have when we're not directly thinking about that super dragon, how much is he going to affect things? Because I feel like he's going to affect things quite a bit here. All right, Royal Champion's down there. Oh yeah, he's definitely doing some work. But are they fast enough to kind of outrun him here? That's what I'm kind of trying to look at. All right, Royal Champion, let's see if we can deal with him. Oh, she throws right at him. Perfect. Okay, so he's gonna go down there, but was enough damage done? I don't know, guys. Maybe the nerf wasn't as bad as it sounded. I mean, less DPS, less rage, less hit points. But in normal mode here, man, I think they're gonna be fine. I think they're gonna. You guys see it here. That Yeti bomb is still disgusting because it's just gonna gut out bases. So I think we're just gonna have to see like less clumped up central bases. Let me see if I can find one and see if we can make it a little bit harder on ourselves. All right, so this one's definitely gonna be a little bit more tricky. We're gonna probably full send from this side of the base. We might be able to deal with that dragon a little bit sooner, but we definitely need to hit the sweepers with the queen. So that's the first thing. And if you've seen me with giant arrow, this could be a little bit sketchy here. But this is also kind of part of what plays into it. Let's see. Oh yeah, oh look at that. I told you guys I was a pro with that giant arrow. Let's go like this right here. I guess that we should probably have that in there before. Let's go ahead and let's full send. Let's just get the Valkyries running there and send that battle blimp in here. And let's just see if this makes it a little bit harder. We got a little bit longer of a ways to go here. We do have the super dragon out early. Oh boy, we're getting shredded. Let's see if we can clone towards the town hall here. Okay, Yetimites. I mean, it's still pretty clumped in there, to be honest. I feel like the Yetimites are still taking out, or not the Yetimites, but the Yetis are taking out enough of the space, but we didn't get the town hall here. Maybe we needed to be a little bit more conservative. That super dragon's doing some nasty work to that one disarmor over there. We got the disarmor defending. Okay, this doesn't feel as clean. I mean, obviously I was purposely trying to make it as hard as possible. I guess there's two disarmers, but they're being healed. I was purposely trying to make it as hard as possible, not as hard as possible, but harder on myself. We're kind of seeing that here right now in this attack. That this is really what I want to see. How they do when a super dragon is just breathing fire nonstop over them. And it's a little bit of a nuisance for them. A little bit of a nuisance. Although, like, we are cooking through here. Let's hit RC ability. And maybe we can get this town hall down. We got a couple disarmors, like, towards the core. Can we still get through this? All right. Super dragon's running away. Let's hit king ability because he's under fire from the super dragon and that other disarm. Are we really still? Oh, boy. Oh boy. honestly, I thought the nerf was gonna be enough. I thought the nerf was gonna be fine. I thought the nerf was gonna be amazing, but this still gets very, actually, I think it gets there with the giant. Oh wait, we have some cleanup stuff over here. I should have put the wizards over here. But honestly, I don't know that dragon's gonna do enough damage. Okay, Supercell listened to us, gave us some nerfs, but was it enough? I don't know. I won't lie. When I first tested this, I thought it was enough. I think maybe because my first attack was a 90% time fail or 90% fail using that, but I was also using the clone Yetis. I think the Yeti bomb changes a lot. Being able to gut out the base, I think it's just the combination of the two. I don't know, guys. Supercell listened to us. They gave us nerfs, but was it enough?